What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Brennan. I'm BManX45, and today we're coming at you with another video. We are here to talk about some hobby news for the Digimon TCG. We got a little bit more news dump this week on January 23rd, and we're going to talk about what we learned at the release of BT24 Time Stranger. If you've watched the channel, if you've kept up with the channel, we did do our first box opening just the other day on release day, and every second day we're going to have another box opening, which should take us to next Thursday. So open all 8 boxes, so stay tuned for all that. And we're going to be having more content here. We're trying to catch up to a few of the days we missed, which we're doing pretty good. We'll have more Legion content. We will start having building our decks for BT24. I'm still missing pieces, unfortunately, so it might take a little while. So there might be a little gap in between certain decks, or I might have to proxy cards until I get the stuff that I'm expecting in. So we'll have to wait and see on that. But we should know pretty soon what we have and what we don't have. So I'm hopeful, excited for all that. And yeah, we're going to be checking out a number of different things. BT24 is officially here. It's officially legal. We're going to be getting that a GeoChess promo in February. Now, we don't have a long time until EX11, so I'm going to try to get all these deck profiles done as soon as I can, get them up on the channel, just because it's going to be, very, very short window. And then we're going to start talking about EX11. Probably, I'll still probably be doing deck profiles where we're talking about the points list and maybe the card overview, just because we're like 3 weeks to 3 weeks until EX11, which is kind of nuts. I hate when there's a small window between sets. That's the one thing I almost wish there was 3 main sets and 2 EX sets a year, just so they could gap everything a little bit more nicely. I think that would actually be better, but Bandai likes making money, so they just keep making card sets. But otherwise than that, stay tuned for those deck profiles. Stay tuned for a lot of stuff. I think we're going to do a reaction to the new Mall animation coming out of Disney Plus real soon. But stay tuned for all this stuff, and hope you guys enjoy. As always, we try to make a diverse range of content for the channel, and we just want, it's all the things we love, and we hope that some of you guys are interested in at least some of it. But let's get into the video, and hey, if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to smash that like button, comment down below, we'd love to hear your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a single minute of the fun. Without further ado, we'll get into our Digimon news. We have the official store tournament card list volume 1, so this is already big. It's just adding that a GeoChessmon for February, so this is a special February promotion that you should be getting with your store tournament kits. So hopefully everyone has access to getting this card. So this is our second version of a GeoChessmon. It's the only fully red version. It'll be interesting to see what they do with the other GeoChessmons, like Holy, the blue, the green. If they're going to have that color that they are, or if they're going to be dual colored, it'll be interesting. But yeah, so we'll continue to see what happens with those in the future whenever we get those cards in the game. And then of course we have Digimon Generation, which is a product that's coming out in March 27th, end of March, which is going to be 2 months between it and the next set. So we have EX11 in February, which is middle of February, which is big release, and then about 5-6 weeks later we have this. This is a reprint set. I do not know if there's any new cards in it. Most of the cards are going to be reprints, and it's going to be March 27th. I think I only ordered like 4 boxes of this just because I wasn't sure pull rates and everything yet, and I wasn't sure if it's worth buying more than that. So we're not going to buy a lot of this, because we might just buy the singles afterwards, see what the prices are like, because everybody's going to be getting a lot of the same stuff. There is going to be alternate arts of a lot of cool cards, so I mean that, we'll have to wait and see. But it's going to have 35 commons, 29 uncommons, 56 rares, 39 super rares, which are probably going to mostly reprint, 14 secret rares, which are again mostly going to be all reprints, 3 special cards, and 23 promo cards. So that's kind of interesting. Promo cards is kind of interesting. Oh, well, you know what? if they're reprinting promo cards, that makes sense. That's what they did in RP1. And it's just funny because this is AD01, so we've never gotten like a reprint set 2. Like RP, we didn't get RP02, we got AD01, so they keep changing the designation for it. So Digimon Generation is a reprint set. We'll start getting more and more reveals for this. We've already gotten some reveals, like some alternate arts. Like there's going to be an alternate art Stingmon and XVmon, which look amazing. There's going to be like, I think, a Shine Greymon. There's so many cool reprint cards that have already been revealed for this, and it's kind of, I want to know like what's our chances of pulling them. Like, are we getting 2 alternate arts per box, just like a normal box? Like, how is this? And I mean, you're probably going to get a super in every box, which is what RPO1 did. I think you got a super in every single box. You got, you know, or a secret, you know, slot, just because, like, yeah, the reprints are kind of interesting, and it's probably going to be all foil stuff. So your commons and uncommons are probably going to be foil. I don't know yet. We'll have to wait and see. But there's some interesting stuff going on, and is there going to be new cards? That's the real question. Like, RPO1 had 36 cards for the Ghost Game anime that were new. They were actually AD01 sponsored cards, or sorry, RPO1 sponsored cards. Are we going to get AD01 cards and then all the reprints mixed into the packs too? That's going to be an interesting question as well. RPO1, they did not do any alt arts with their reprints. They just reprinted everything, but they reprinted everything in foil, so that was cool. Again, we're gonna have to see. We need more information about this, and right now, this is all we got is March 27th. And it's funny because it says one booster pack contains 12 cards, but one booster box contains 12 packs. I always find that funny because it's always 24. I feel like that's a typo that they just forget to change. Like, I don't know. If we go back to, if we go back to, where is it here? Liberator. So that says 12. Okay, so right now it's saying that you're only getting, it's weird because it's saying you're only getting 12 packs in a booster box, which is kind of interesting. We might have to buy more of this stuff, honestly, if the boxes are that small. It'll be interesting to see what the price on the boxes are. You know, sometimes what you can do is you can go to like somewhere like 401 games and check with them like what's the price is going to be. AD01. So they're charging $99 for a box. So I don't know. Yeah, maybe we should have got more. So, you know, it'll just depend. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe we'll just buy it. I didn't want to throw too much resources at these boxes just because, like, I want to save up for, you know, BT25 and maybe make some money back in the meantime, because it's going to be like the start of the year with 2 sets is crazy. But we're also getting Debuggers set. We're also getting Debuggers set. We're also getting Premium Heroines next month. We just got the Rise of Digimon, which was stupidly expensive. They really did not plan out the beginning of the year very well. It's very congested, and I kind of wish they would do better. And then also in March we get LM8, LM7. The not the final crest is the new one that they announced, but the other one I can't even remember. Another Night is the LM set we get. So, you know, everything's really congested up till March, and then you get a break. You finally get a break in most of April and like 3/4 of May, and then they're like, okay, we'll put out a new set in May, and it's like, and then it'll go back right to it because you'll have a new EX set in end of June, beginning of July, and then they'll probably have another main set in August. So they're really pushing stuff very, very fast. We haven't seen a roadmap for this year, but they're jamming everything into pockets of the year instead of spreading it evenly over the year, and that's something I just don't get excited for. But we do have some good news, and that is for the World Championship 26-27 regional season. If you are an online player like me, Carta Magica is hosting an online tournament on April 18th. So we have the ability to be in an online tournament. So we got a in-person and an online. This is what I want. This is what I want to see. Every time they post one of these, they post one of these as well in the same month. You got 4 weeks in a month. You can do one in person. You can do one online, and then there's a really good, two per month for North America. That's easy, and then there's a lot of ability to get the cards that you want. So we're going to be trying to sign up for this because the date is tomorrow, January 25th, starting at 12 Eastern time, so 9 if you're here in Pacific time like I am. It's going to be going live, so you can sign up for the tournament. Looks like right now there's you got a bunch for Europe. They're all in person. You got 2 for Oceania, they're in person, and you got 1 for Latin America, which is in person. So we're the first one to get an online tournament, so yay for that. And then of course, prizing again. We talked about prizing the Koromon. You get automatically the participation set. You get automatically. You get 3 event pack 9s, which is kind of cool. And then event pack 9 if you're top 256. There's 384 is the player cap limit. So this is going to be pretty easy to achieve. Probably even top 128 is probably easy to achieve. So you could walk away with 5 event packs before really having to do well. To get that even higher placing. And then, of course, you got all we know so far is the Agumon and the Koromon and the Event Pack 9 because they haven't released any more details about the card sets. So this is what we know we can look forward to. I assume that those stuff will come up real soon on the card set, so we'll be putting that on the channel as soon as we know what it is. But let me know your guys' thoughts on this. Are you going to sign up for that online Ultimate Cup? Carta Magica is a pretty good TO. I have no problems with them. They've done pretty good in the past. And it's just really great that we have an online, like, it's the first month, right? No North America events in March. That's Worlds and stuff like that. Like, you could have had some in March, but they're waiting until Worlds, and then April starts the new year off. You got April, May, June, July for the first half. And somewhat August. August is kind of a meh month. And then you have September, through December for the other half. No talk of Ultimate Cups, at all. Like, and that's the one thing here. They didn't even post a side event, so we have no idea what's going on with Ultimate Cups right now. Are we still going to get Ultimate Cups, or they canceled that series completely and just gone straight for the regionals event? So details coming soon. Is there going to be a side event? Is it going to be a 3v3? Is it going to be an Ultimate Cup 3v3? Are we going to get online Ultimate Cups? That's the question right now, but that is all the news we have to talk about today. Let me know you guys' thoughts on all this. What do you think they're going to do in the tournament season? We really haven't seen their plan for the release year. Tournament season, they've just been focusing on these big chunk of releases that are happening at the beginning of the year, and the reprint set now that's happening in March, and then we're like just everything else is off to the side. So it'll be interesting to see. And what do you think about BT25 being in May? Are you glad that we're going to have a little bit of break after the end of March? Not much. It's like 6 to 7 weeks, really, depending on when pre-release is. So I would have preferred 2 months, but I really like to be able to digest a format and do all the cool things I can and try out as many new things as I can. But that's how I feel. Let me know guys how you feel. Looks like that's all the time we have for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in. We hope to see you in the next video. And as always, have a wonderful day. And that is all for now, folks.